Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you new here, my name is Donna, and for those of you not new, thank you so much for continuing to come back and support my channel. I appreciate you all so very much. Today I am actually doing a collab with my friend. Lisa I is an amazing creator that I have collabed with many times. I will link all the collabs that she and I have done down in the description box. We have collabed on many things, and I just love her so much. She is probably not my first YouTube friend, but one of my first YouTube friends. She's on the East Coast and I am here in the West Coast, and we always have to battle the time differences when we collab, and that's always comical to some extent, but she's amazing. She's just an amazing spirit, an amazing person. I really enjoy her. So when she messaged me on Instagram and was like, hey you, do you want to collab? I'm looking to collab. I've got a lot of time on my hands because of this going on. I was like, heck yes, let's do it. She posts every single day to Instagram. She is also here on YouTube as Lisa I, and her Instagram is Makeup with Lisa I. I'll put the information down here in the screen for you guys to see. She is incredible. She posts makeup looks every day. She used to do a Shop My Stash every week on her Instagram channel. She also used to do her empties, like flat lay style. I have never been able to master flat lay, but she's definitely more prevalent and present, I guess, on Instagram, but also is a pretty good YouTube channel as well. I would love for you guys to go check her out. Tell her I said hi, tell her I sent you, and just enjoy her amazing personality and her great soul. She just is an amazing spirit. Today she wanted to collab on our springtime favorites, and I have to tell you, this was a hard video for me to come up with because my springtime favorites are my all year round favorites. So I had a really hard time. Like, I sat down and I'm like, what do I really pull for during the spring that I wouldn't necessarily pull for all year round? So I think I came up with some really good things. I am going to start first with like skin and then go into color cosmetics, just because I think that's the way I was able to pull it more so in my collection. So the first thing is I tend to use like glittery moisturizers and SPF more in the spring, summer, and fall time than I do in the winter. And I know that that's probably my esthetician is going to be like, you're supposed to be using SPF year round. You're right, I am, but I don't typically pull for it or think about it as much as I do when the sun starts coming out, and that's a horrible thing. I do have melasma because of that. My favorite SPF item during the spring is the Coolest Sport. I did get this, I think, in a BoxyCharm the first time I got it, or maybe it was a FabFitFun, but I have repurchased it since. It is just a wonderful facial moisturizer with organic sun care in it. It doesn't cause my face to break out. It smells really good because it's made with white tea, and it's an awesome SPF. It does have SPF of 50 in it. It does say to reapply. I don't reapply it, I will tell you that, but it's just a really good sunscreen, and it doesn't leave like a white cast on my face, so I really like it for that purpose, and it's specifically made for facial sunscreen. So I really dig it, and it is my favorite sunscreen to use on my face during the springtime because of all the things that I just said. It smells really good too. Secondarily, I moisturize my body more during the summer and springtime, and my favorite is the Sol de Janeiro Bum Bum Cream, or Boom Boom Cream. This stuff is amazing stuff all year round. I do love it all year round, but I especially love it during the spring and the summertime because it smells delicious. It reminds me of the beach, and it's just got a really nice pearlescence to it, or maybe it is glitter in it, I'm not sure, but it doesn't look like it. When you pull it out of the container and rub it around in your hands, it really doesn't look like it's got this like glitter to it, but it but it does. And it smells delicious. So those are like body care, what I find myself drawn to more during the spring and summer months. As far as foundation goes, I typically will pull for a lighter weight foundation. So this is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea water foundation, and neither one of these is the right color for me, but together they make a pretty perfect color for me. This one is broad spectrum SPF 15, so it does have some sunscreen in it. And it's just a really lightweight foundation. It's like one of those dropper style foundations, so you can't like necessarily go wrong with it because it is so watery. I put it onto a sponge or directly onto my face and then blend it out with a sponge. This is the same way. It also has the dropper type applicator on it, but I will mix the two together to come up with a pretty perfect shade for me. This is the Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation. Truly, during the spring, it gets super hot here. It's like right now, currently, we're sitting at 67 degrees already. So by the time we're full on into May and into June, it's 90 degrees here. And putting foundation on my face, real foundation, just melts right off. So I love the effects that you get with like a lighter, like almost tinted moisturizer type feel foundation, because as it kind of wears away, it doesn't leave weird patchiness on your face. It looks decent still, and it's so lightweight you don't feel it. It's not heavy. Some makeup can be heavy on your face, especially during the warmer months. As far as highlight goes, I prefer balmy highlight or a creamier highlight or even a liquid highlight. I do have quite a few options here. I have the Tarte Pro Glow liquid highlighter, which is amazing. This one is in the shade Stunner. I did get this in a BoxyCharm. I also have the ABH Liquid Glow in the shade Oyster, which is so, so pretty. This one is like a pinky tone, whereas this one's more like a champagne tone. And then I've got this Twinkle Stick by Tarte that is in the shade Spotlight, also a champagne tone, but I don't know if you guys can see that. I just really love like a creamy, liquidy highlight because I'm using a water-based foundation, so it doesn't need to be heavy and it blends in so much better to a water-based foundation. I also grabbed a couple of my Colourpop Super Shock highlights. These are really nice as well during the warmer months. They kind of melt into your skin like a cream does because they're a little more spongy and malleable. I really do pull more for like a creamy highlight just because I feel like a powder on my skin is very evident. And when I'm putting all these other powders onto my skin, I need something that kind of balances that, and I really think that the highlight needs to be more natural, and I feel like a creamy base or a liquid base highlight feels more natural. I don't typically use a bronzer, honestly, during the spring or the summer months just because I tan very, very easily. If I go for a blush, it's typically a orange tone, which is why this one's in here, even though it's a little bit matte, or luminous blush. So this is the Luminous Loose blush by Studio Makeup. I really actually love this shade. Right now, I've been wearing it quite a bit. It is kind of a pinker shade. And then I also have the Milani Luminoso. I don't know who's not heard of this blush before, but these baked blushes are so amazing. Milani did right by their baked blushes. Luminoso is such a beautiful like coral toned blush that's kind of glowy. I also really dig an orange or a coral more so during the spring and summer, and I don't know why. And this is one of my favorite ones to use, and it's actually a matte one, and it is by Note Cosmetics, and it's in Desert Rose. I did get it in a BoxyCharm, eons ago and didn't think I was going to like it at all because it is super pigmented. But this is a really very, very pretty blush during the spring and summer months for me when I do pull for more orange tone blushes. I don't know why I pull more for those corals and oranges in the summertime than I do any other time of year, but those are the three that I really pull for during the spring and summer months. If I am going to pull for a eyeshadow palette, it's typically one of this nature, which is super fun and festive. This is the BH Cosmetics Color Festival palette. And again, you'll see like these shades right here are like really my go-to shades in here. This whole side here is really screams spring and summer to me. But in addition to that one, I also would pull for my Violet Voss Flamingo palette, which looks like this. It is my favorite go-to eyeshadow palette during the spring and summer months. This is what it looks like. Again, really orangey tones, very coral in nature, bright, vibrant shades. This really is my all-time spring and summer favorite palette. And then I also really find myself pulling towards this palette more during the spring and summer months. And I think it's more for these shades up here. These are the most stunning shimmer shades that I have in my collection. Those are the ones I mean, God, you guys look. What? That is such a pretty green. And then there's that one, which... and that's just like one swipe in each one of those. I can't even. I love wearing those on my eyes with a little bit of orange in there and a little bit of like teal in that eye look. Yes, please. So then when I think of like eyeliners, I typically will pull for my colorful eyeliners a lot more during the spring months and the summer months than I will any other time of year. I don't know why. I always wear... well, you can't see it when I'm looking down, but I always wear like black in my waterline, but during the spring and the summer months, I will typically pull for a color to bring my eye look together. I love how it looks, and I don't quite know why I don't also do it during the fall and the winter, but I do it more, I have noticed, during the spring and summer time. These are my favorites. I do have the Marc Jacobs highliners are probably my favorite waterline eyeliner, but they're kind of expensive. This one I have in purple. It is called Plumage. And then this one is called Fine Wine, I do believe. Yeah, Fine Wine. And it is more of a like a winey red tone. And then I also have this Urban Decay one in LSD, and it is a kind of a bluish, a metallic blue. It can look very teal on the under eye. I also follow suit with my liquid eyeliners, and I do have a few of them out here. These are the NYX Vivid Brights, and I do have the blue, the yellow, and the purple here. I will use a different colored liquid eyeliner as well instead of the black that I have going on most of the rest of the year. I also use them to like paint per se on my eye looks as well, like maybe draw lines, or these are amazing for drawing lines or little stars or lights. I have this Christmas light look that I did for one of my Vlogmas videos. I use these four. They're amazing for drawing as well. I also use glitters quite a bit more in the spring and summer months in my eye looks, and my favorite kind of glitters to use are these ones. This is the Too Faced Glitter Pop, and it's a peel off eyeliner. I use it all over like my lid. I much prefer using these kind of glitters on my eyelid than any other kind of glitter because these aren't going anywhere. They're not going to flake off in your eyeball, which is something I'm terrified of. Another option that I have for glitters like that are the Urban Decay Heavy Metal glitter eyeliners. I think that they're amazing too. This one is in the shade Volume, but I have like 3 or 4 of these, and I have a couple of these. I don't think that they sell these anymore. I wish that they did, but they do kind of hurt to take off. They're hard to get off. And when I think of lips, I think of glosses. I don't want a lipstick on my lips that's going to feel heavy, that's not going to feel emollient, that's not going to give my lips the moisture that I feel like they need during this time. It's also going to be more prevalent that I need to touch it up or something like that. So I typically will go for a gloss over anything else during the warmer months. Starting now, even, I've noticed that I'm pulling more for my glosses than I am for anything else. Some of my favorites are like the Fenty Beauty glosses. I don't know a person on the planet that doesn't like these glosses. I will tell you, the smell of them is not my favorite. I do think that they kind of smell like cherries, and I'm not a cherry fan, so the smell of them is not my favorite, but these are amazing glosses. They last for a long time. They're not sticky. They don't cause, you know, the little stringers that sometimes glosses will cause on your lips when you're using them, and I feel like they are emollient to my lips. Other glosses that I have are the Tarte's Lip Paint Gloss. This is in the shade Insta Famous. It smells like birthday cake. That is the best. Cherries, birthday cake. I think I'd rather have it smell like birthday cake, but this one I really love. It's just a really pretty glittery gloss. This one isn't so much glittery as it is sheeny. This one is definitely glittery. It doesn't feel glittery like some glitter glosses do. Buxom is my all-time favorite. They're not in here though. They're in my purse because I do carry them with me. So Buxom is like my go-to lip gloss, but I also really love these Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shines. This one is in the shade Snapped. These smell like Thin Mints. This one is my favorite shade in this range, and it is just a really pretty purple iridescent. It's got kind of a blue shift to it. I love this lip gloss when I'm feeling a little edgy. This is the one I wear. That is my spread for my spring favorites. Definitely using your SPF, definitely your moisturizers and your body care, definitely glowy skin is what we're after. I love me some cream and liquid highlights. I don't know why it is that I'm only pulling for them during the warmer months, because they are beautiful. If you know how to use them, they are beautiful. I just gave one to my daughter, actually. I decluttered it, and then she had me put it on her face yesterday, and I'm like, why did I declutter this? But I also just last year started getting into like self tanners, and I really like the Minotan one and the Saint Tropez. As far as hair products go, during the spring and summer, I do spend a lot of time in the pool. I love the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair conditioner for my hair during the summer months. Because I have color treated hair, it's super important that I take really good care of it. I also use like hair balms and stuff like that, more so during the summer months, the spring and summer months, because your hair needs protection too. So that's what I got for you. I cannot wait to see what Lisa has for you guys. Let me know what your spring and summer favorites are. I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments section. Please, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. It really does help our channels out here. I also hope that you liked it or me or my choices well enough that you're considering subscribing to my channel before you go. If you do that, please don't forget to hit that notification bell. It will notify you every single time I upload a video, which is typically Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of every single week, and every other Sunday as well. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Go visit Lisa, tell her I said hello and I miss her face, and give her a big shout out for me. And until next time, guys, bye.